it's funny because it's like the warmest spot, like the only spot that's warmer is Vancouver. As soon as you go like Edmonton, I think it's minus 38.
Okay, one more minute, guys. Nice. We have some videos on. Jenny K, Joe, yeah, I love it. That's awesome, guys. Yeah, representing. Good to see you all. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of an intro. Hey, who have we got there? Bree Forrester, welcome. Okay, we're gonna do a little intro just while other people are logging on and getting settled. My name's Hannah. Nice to meet you all. I am the owner of Whistler Creek Athletic Club here in Creekside. We're down next door to Creekbread. This is John Leslie. And we've got Nev right here, Snowboard Addiction Nev. John works here and he's Paralympian, the Canada team as well. Nev is the owner of Snowboard Addiction right here in Whistler. Okay, so we're gonna start off, big shout out to our sponsors, Lululemon. They support us non-stop. John and I are ambassadors, and they are always there for us, and they have been here from start to finish from this event. Arc'teryx, they have donated prizes, so thank you to them too. And we have the cooperators, so big shout out to David down at Nesters at the cooperators. Go get your insurance down there. Okay, so what to expect from today is we're gonna have yoga, we're gonna have a workout, and then we're gonna have a ski snowboard tutorial as well from Snowboard Addiction. The equipment that you need, so just make sure you grab it right now while we're all just setting up. Yeah, you want your water bottle. You want something to land on, something, you don't have to have this, but on an even surface, because we're gonna be emulating what it's like to land in snow and stuff. So if you maybe have a cushion, something like that would be good. You are also going to need something that's like a box. So maybe a stair, like a cooler, something that you can jump on and off from. Okay, so we've got all our stuff. We're all getting organized. Perfect. I'm going to give you guys a second just to make sure you got everything there. So the reason why we're actually here is COVID has been a little bit challenging, just trying to raise money, like fundraising has definitely been a bit more challenging. And I have a charity which is called Youth in Sport, and it supports local Whistler youth in sporting activities. So we donate gym passes, and we raise money to get them out doing whatever they want to do, whether it's to join a club, to get to an event, to get some new trainers, whatever they need. But tonight we are also partnering with WCSS. So they have a program called Kids on the Move, and that is getting kids into coach-led sports, and they give grants out. And we're going to spend all our money right to them. So I'm just going to show you, if you do want to donate, this is a free event. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. I'm like Bill Gates here. Me and my technical skills. Here we go. So if you do want to donate, you can go onto, I'm going to put a link in the chat. You can see, it'll bring you to this page right here. So you want to scroll down, and you'll see, actually, sorry, let me click back one. Okay, so you're gonna scroll down on this page, and you'll see right here, Whistler Youth and Sport Foundation. You're gonna click right on here. Fill out your name, email, phone number. You can do it right now, you can do it at the end, whenever suits. You can change the quantity here. So every $5 you donate is one entry into the draw. So we're just gonna show you what we've got for the draw right now. My glamorous assistant, John, right here. So we have from Arc'teryx, we have the Bryce 32 backpack. You can carry all your important snowboarding, skiing stuff in here. You can rock it around the mountain. Yeah, there we go. So this could be yours. So please donate if you are interested in this backpack. We also have from our other sponsor, Lululemon. we have the 5mm yoga mat for all your yoga needs. We also have from them, and it comes as a pair, a microfiber towel. So if you get all sweaty during yoga, this is perfect. So thank you, Lululemon, for that. And finally, we have 2 one-month gym passes for here at Whistler Creek Athletic Club. So you can come and work out at a safe social distance from us in this studio. So we've got a couple of those that we're giving away. Okie dokie. So that is, so I'm just going to put in the chat right now. I'm just going to put in there what the link is. There we go. So if you need the link, it's right there. Right, we're going to crack on. So we are going to start off with a yoga routine. So this is great for anyone out there. Any ability can do this. And we, just because we want to make sure you can see all the moves properly and how it's all done, we have it pre-recorded right here. So guys, get on your yoga mats, get ready. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome to the Practical 10. It's a really simple yoga routine that anybody can do anywhere. All you really need is a mat. Potentially, if you do have some back issues, maybe a bolster, maybe a block. But that's it, nice and easy. I'll warm you up for the mountain. Namaste. Okay, so you're gonna come to the top of your mat in Tadasana, and you're just gonna ground yourself, ground your feet, just even yourself out. And then we're going to come down to the ground into child's pose, Balasana. So knees are going to be as wide as the mat, and you're going to bring your hands forward with your forehead to the mat. Now you're going to go over to the left-hand side, just creep your hands over and put your right hand on top of your left hand. Just going to stay here for 5 breaths. You're going to feel a really nice stretch all down your right hand side. So you're just going to stay here and slowly breathe. Make sure it's always through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. And one final breath. Then you're going to creep those hands back over. And now we're going to go over to the right hand side. So you're going to do exactly the same, hand on top, forehead to the mat, feeling that stretch down the left-hand side now. And you're just going to breathe in and out through your nose, nice and slowly. Just going to stay here for a couple more breaths. And now creep the hands back round. Now we're going to go into cat-cow. So shoulders and hands all stacked, knees and hips stacked. And you're going to look up and arch the back and inhale. Then round the back, chin to chest, and exhale. Look up, arch the back, inhale. Round the back, chin to chest, exhale. Going to do a few more of these. Just breathing through the nose. Just feeling that lovely stretch through the back. Going to do 2 more. So looking up, inhaling. And rounding that back to exhale. And final 1. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to neutralize the spine. We're going to do extended cat-cow. So you're going to lift your right leg up and you're going to flex the foot. And you're going to bring that knee in and round the back to your chest. And you're going to exhale right here. And then extend the leg no higher than the buttock. Inhale. And bring it back in and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. We've got 2 more. Make sure you're flexing that foot. Exhale. And final one. Inhale, flex the foot. And point the toe. I'm going to plant that knee back down. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, making sure that that leg is no higher than the buttock. That toe is pointed as it comes to your chest. We're exhaling right now. And then as you extend, you're going to inhale. And we have 2 left. And the final one. Going to exhale, point that toe. And inhale as you flex the foot. And bring that back down. Now we're going to go tuck the toes and go into downward facing dog. So you're going to just lift right up. You're going to bring the shoulders away from your ears. Your gaze is going to be either at your knees or your belly button. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. And you're just going to breathe. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. Feel the feet and your hands, equal pressure. Keeping that gaze just as far as you can, whatever's comfortable on your neck. Now, we're going to walk your hands up to your feet and we're going to go into a forward fold. If you do have some back issues here, you can use a bolster. You can put it on your forehead and on the ground, and that can just support your head. Or if you're comfortable, you can just hang your head, let it nice and loose. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Slight bend in the knee, and just breathe here. Again, we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Two more breaths, and then we're going to roll all the way up. Remember, we're always breathing through the nose. One final breath. We're going to slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, roll all the way up. Now you're going to jump your feet as wide as your mat. We're going to do earth pose. So you're going to bring your hands to your chest, to your sternum, into prayer, and you're going to push your knees out with your biceps. You're going to have your knees tracking over your feet, back nice and straight. Your gaze is going to be straight ahead. So think to yourself that you've got an apple underneath your chin, and just breathe. And again, each pose that we do, we stay there for 5 breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you are struggling with this and you need a block to sit on, that's a really nice extra option. You can just bring the earth up to yourself. Okay, now come down to the mat, feet out in front of you. We're going to do star pose. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. It's about 1 foot away from you. And then again, you can use a bolster if you do have a bad back. You can put the bolster here and rest your head on it. Or if you feel like you don't have any impingement, any pain, you can come towards your feet, but just do what is comfortable. Don't overstretch yourself. Don't feel any pinching, any pain. And again, remembering just to breathe through the nose, staying here for those breaths. And just feel that beautiful stretch all through your back. One more breath. And then you're going to bring yourself up. So now you can either stand or you can rock to standing. So you can just rock and then stand straight up. And we're going to do a really nice chest opener. So you're going to interlace your fingers behind you. And you're going to bring your thumbs away from the buttocks. You're going to feel that stretch all the way through your chest. And again, you're going to be looking straight forward. Just feel that stretch all through your arms, all through your chest, and just breathing through your nose. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Next, we're gonna go to an overhead stretch. So your biceps are gonna hug your ears. You're gonna interlace your fingers above you. And you're gonna inhale in the center. And then you're gonna go stretch over to the left. And you're gonna exhale. Back to center. Over to the right and exhale. And back to center. Exhale over to the left. Back to center. Inhale, and then as you go over to the right, you're going to exhale. And then we're going to finish right in the middle here. Nice work, guys. Okay, perfect. So you can do that because the whole point of this is 100 days on the mountain. We want to be getting our 100 days out there. And so to properly stretch and warm up like that before you go and ride is super important. And like I say, you can do that in the morning. It takes 10 minutes, super, super easy. Okay, talking of stretching and not getting injured, big shout out to David Livestein down at the Cooperators at Nesters. If you do get injured, he can help you out. He has an insurance policy called an Edge policy. And if you get injured, he will, that insurance policy will cover your pay and it will cover all your medical expenses. So things like physio and all of that. So get injured, don't worry, you'll be covered. So big shout out to him. He has actually sponsored a child for a full year on the Kids on the Move program. And so, yeah, I'm going to put the details with his email and everything into the Facebook event. So if you are interested in something like that, if you are worried about getting injured and not being able to work, you can contact him. So many, many thanks to the Cooperators for that. Okay, next. Just a reminder in the chat, if you do want to donate and you do want to win these awesome prizes from Lululemon and Arc'teryx and here at the gym, remember you still have time to pop your credit card details in there and $5 per entry. Okay, we are gonna get into our workout now with John. Okay, John, get in here.
What's up, guys? As Hannah said, my name is John. I'm currently on the Canadian national snowboard team. I've been super fortunate to attend 2 winter games and other events such as X Games and Dew Tour. I started training in the gym as a young kid. I grew up in a small town in Ontario, so I was doing some training to complement my hockey. So I started at a young age, which meant when I did transfer over to the national team, it made things a lot easier and I was able to focus on some of the other pillars that came along with being on a Canadian team. Unfortunately, not all people are as lucky as me, and the gym can actually be a pretty intimidating place for someone who hasn't grown up there. Having the right workout attire, the education, and having a facility to actually work out in are huge barriers for some people. And that's what Hannah and the Youth and Sport Foundation is trying to eliminate for people, and ultimately what you guys are supporting today. So big shout out to everybody. This is awesome. Yeah, so the purpose of this workout, it's to be done at home, it's to be done in a small space, and it's not supposed to give you any residual soreness. It's not gonna affect your riding. If anything, it's gonna complement your riding and make you feel better for the next day. All the equipment you should be able to find around your house, and this can be done as many times as a week as you want. I would recommend 3 to 4 times if you wanna see some results. As Hannah mentioned before, the equipment you're gonna need, water bottle, a towel, some sort of uneven surface. You could use like a yoga block or a pillow, a height surface, so like a box or a cooler or a set of stairs. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys a demo of each of the exercises, because when I put on the video, it's pretty intense. It's kind of like a HIIT workout. So I want you guys to be familiar with it. So I would suggest to stand up and get ready. So the first exercise you guys are gonna see is a bear crawl to a lizard pose with a twist. So you're going to be doing a few of those. Then you're going to be doing a split squat overhead press. And then you're going to be doing a plank. And then you're going to be doing a mixture of box jumps and box drops. If you don't have a box, just jump in the air and just pretend to land like you're snowboarding. Pretend you're on your snowboard. So get ready here, guys, because we are about to start things up. All right, so you're gonna walk it out. This is gonna get your shoulders activated. And then you're gonna bring your leg up into a lizard pose. Start doing a twist with that shoulder, looking up into the sky. This is doing is it's opening up your spine, activating your core, and even working in your hips a little bit. So this is a great dynamic workout. Anything that is involving your upper body and your lower body and throwing in a twist is great for snowboarding and skiing. You know, we're not just using one muscle, one tendon. There's all sorts of different things that happen when you're doing a run. Nice, guys. So we're going to do 4 full reps of this. A rep being 1 push-up, 3 twists per side. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but my face is getting red. I'm sweating. This may look easy. It may just look like body weight, but it definitely gets the body going. All right, off comes the sweater. The nice thing, this next exercise, you want to use a towel or a sweater anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves into a split squat position. And what we're going to do is we're going to load up the front leg with our body weight. That's going to create some strength in our leg. And we're going to, as we go down, we're going to drop our shoulders. And as we go up, we're going to press our shoulders upward. Now, what I really like about this exercise is we're strengthening our legs with our body weight, or at least getting some blood moving to those areas, which we would have used skiing or snowboarding. We're working on our balance. Splitting our legs all of a sudden creates a balance issue. We're trying to stay on one plane versus 2. And then the shoulder press above the head. In skiing and snowboarding, we don't spend a lot of time with our hands above our head, and it's important that we get blood circulation and keep those muscles activated outside of the ski hill. So a little press goes a long way. Nice work, guys. So for this next exercise, we're going to get down onto the ground, and we're going to get into a plank position. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap our shoulders and lift our toes. Now, what we want to be focusing on during this is keeping our shoulders and our hips square. You don't want any twisting. You don't want any rounding in the back. You want to have your core engaged. Pretend you have a zipper from your belly button up to your rib cage. Lock in that core, and that should make it easier to lift each part of your body off the ground. Now, what this is doing is this is creating cross strength. So by lifting your leg, you're creating strength in your opposite shoulder and core. By lifting an arm, you're creating strength in your opposite glute and hip. So next exercise, very classic ski and snowboard training. Box jumps, stair jumps. I don't know if you have a cooler at home, what you're going to be jumping onto a pillow. It really doesn't matter. What the focus of this is explosion and cleanness of your jump. It's really important when doing box jumps not to get messy. If you watch me here, you go down and up in one clean movement. Try not to turn it into slower, messy, flailing the arms, rolling down the windows, whatever you want to call it. These bad habits that we sometimes when we're hitting jumps or jumping onto rails, we can eliminate in the gym by getting in 10 reps or 8 reps, whatever you want to do, of nice, clean, solid jumping. All right, so back into our first exercise again, which is a bear crawl down into a push-up. Then we jump into a lizard pose and perform 3 twists per side. Like we talked about before, this is a full body activation strength exercise. You're working your shoulders, you're working your core, you're working your hips. You can see I'm sweating, there's veins popping out my neck. This is not something easy to do, but it doesn't require any equipment. And in my opinion, it's one of the best full body activations before or after you're going on the hill. So we're aiming to do 4 reps of this. So that means 4 push-ups, 4 bear crawls, and then on top of that, 3 twists per side every time you go down. So when we were talking before, anything that gets your shoulders activated, in my opinion, is really good for skiing or snowboarding. We don't spend a lot of time with our hands above our heads, and especially for ski touring. There's a lot of us that are trying to get into the backcountry, do a little bit more adventuring, and you know, holding ski poles for 4 hours, that gets to be pretty tiring. Well, I hope your shoulders are burning and you're starting to get a small sweat by this point. Let's get back into a split squat stance and start lunging down and pressing up. What you're going to do is you're going to have a towel or a sweater. You're going to want to create tension on the towel or sweater. What that's going to do is it's going to start to activate your shoulders. And you can put as much or as little tension on there as you want. The more tension you put, the more of a burn you'll feel in your shoulders. Now, if you're having problems balancing, if you're falling from side to side, that probably means that you need to engage your core a little bit more. You know, with our hands above our head, our feet split across, you know, it's really up to our core to bring everything in together. So you want to have it really tight. I used this analogy before. Pretend there's a zipper from your belly button to your rib cage and just zip that thing up. It's not going to feel fun. It's not going to feel comfortable. It's going to feel like you're flexing your abs for that girl or boy that you like at the beach. All right, guys, let's make our way back down to the ground, get into a plank position. Now, although this isn't one of the fancier exercises that we do, in my opinion, this is one of the best maintenance ones. It's not going to create any residual soreness. You are not going to be sore from doing this one. But the benefits that you're going to give your body, you know, shoulders, core, balance, lower and upper body separation. Such a good maintenance exercise that if you can 5 minutes, you should be able to squeeze this thing in before or after a day on snow. And after a full season, you will feel the benefits of doing this. Keep it up, guys. It's looking really good. Sweet, guys. So by this point, you should be feeling pretty comfortable with jumping onto something or dropping off of something, especially living in Whistler or wherever you are. We're all skiers, we're all snowboarders, we're all actives. So let's try and add some variations to this bad boy. You know, what are some things you can do? Well, if you're at the gym, you have these little half spiky ball things that you can create a challenge off of. You can also use half of a foam roller to land on. A pillow works really good. Even just wearing your snowboard or ski boots. If you're wearing them when you're jumping on the snow, why not do it? And you can add a foam roller. You can jump off of a pillow. You can land on a pillow. But you're just going to want to create challenges so you can practice clean, styly jumping in an environment where that's your only focus. All right, guys, we're into our final sets here. If you guys are feeling anything like me, you're out of breath, you're sweating a little bit,
but I promise you, everything we're doing right now is not going to make you sore. It's going to make you feel better tomorrow. You're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel strong. And better yet, you're going to be able to get those 100 days on the hill. So don't be thinking speed, be thinking accuracy when you see these exercises. This is your guys' first time doing it. This is my 100th time doing it. So go slow, be accurate, do it with purpose. In my opinion, it's better to do something 5,000 times properly than 10,000 times messy. So this is a good shot where you can see that we're activating the hip, hamstring, calf, core. My facial expression says it all. I'm hurting. If you guys are starting to sweat, that's awesome. And what this is going to do is this is going to get blood circulating around the whole body. It's going to clear out any lactic acid you might have. It's going to get blood to muscles that might have been asleep all day. We are on the home stretch, guys. Let's jump back into a split squat. You're going to create tension on that towel or sweater with your shoulders. The more tension, the harder it's going to be. The less tension, the easier. But all in all, again, guys, this is for getting blood to all of the parts of the body that we're using. We're not loading the body, so no residual soreness the next day. Stay focused. Focus on doing a good, proper job instead of a quick, messy job on these ones. If you're feeling it, take a break. If there's a part of your body that's tight, take this time to stretch it out. We're here to help you get 100 days on snow, provide you with the tools, but you are the one that needs to listen to your body. Only a few more minutes of watching this ginger roll around on the floor, I promise you guys. Let's get back down there. Let's get in a plank position. I don't know how everybody's feeling, but if you just want to plank it out at this point, feel free. If you've still got some energy, start lifting those limbs. If you want to give yourself a challenge, throw in a different pattern, go right hand, right foot, left foot. The next round, go left hand, right foot, right hand. The whole point of these exercises is to be unique, to be creative, to test your body as it would be tested, like it's on the ski hill. No one run is going to be the same as the next. There's too many variables on the hill, and that's what we're trying to create in the gym. Box jumps and box drops. As I'm sure you guys can imagine, when you're spending a day in the park, you're actually not doing a lot of jumping in a run. You think about it, maybe a jump off a jump, a box or a rail, maybe 2 or more of those. So you're only getting 4 or 5 hits a lap, over a full day. That's only 20 hits. And you've got so many other things to focus on: speed, bumps, ice, other people in the park. Are the rails sticky? How big are the jumps? Am I going to case the landing? So eliminating those factors and being able to work on style and balance is something that you can do with box jumps and box drops.
Okay, sweet. Nice work, guys. We were loving, I love that you guys were killing it there. I hope you're all sweating now. Okay, grab a swig of water. We're gonna just set up in here for our ski snowboard tutorial session. If you guys do have any questions for this, if the guys are talking about something and you want to see something, just feel free just to message in the chat. Another final reminder, just while they're setting up, if you want to donate, remember all the money goes to local kids in sport within Whistler. Take a look at our chat right now. You'll see it's on our website. You just want to scroll down and you'll see the youth and sport donation area, and every $5 donation is one entry. So for our Lululemon yoga mat and towel, and our Terex bag, and our Whistler gym and passes as well. So if you want to win them, get involved, and even if you don't win, you've given to a good cause. So it's a win-win situation. Oh yeah, who's the cute dog? This is Zach. This is John's service dog, Zach. He is a regular in the gym. So if you ever do come to the gym, you'll see him. He is an absolute angel. So he's joining us tonight. Are you guys ready? Cool, perfect. I'm gonna hand over to the guys now. So if all you guys are ready, and like I say, any questions, just give us a shout. Okay, go for it.
Hey, right on. My name is Nev Lapwood. I'm here with Snowboard Addiction, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial of stuff you can do at home to practice snowboarding. You can do the exact same thing for skiing as well. There's a lot of good examples of when this is going to be beneficial for you. Let's say you want to be able to ride 100 days in the year, as John was talking about. You've got to be conditioned throughout the summer. And if you do the stuff that we're going to show you right now, it helps you to build strength in your body for snowboarding or skiing, and maintain that muscle movement you're going to need throughout the winter, which means that when you actually go snowboarding or skiing, you're going to be less sore, especially in that first couple of weeks of the season. Hey, let's say you are self-isolating because of COVID. This is something you can do at home, just to play around, keep you busy in a time like this. Another good time to do what we're going to do right now is, let's say you bought brand new boots at the start of the season. The first few days you go snowboarding, it's going to be more uncomfortable. And what we're going to do is show you how to break your boots in by training and playing around at home. So John is on some of the Snowboard Addiction gear, which is gear that you can actually use at home for this kind of stuff. I'm doing it on a real snowboard just to show you what it looks like on a real snowboard. If you have a snowboard or a set of skis right now and want to jump along with us, that would be wicked. And if you don't have access to a snowboard right now, just jump around with your feet. Okay, John, you all good to go? All right, you can use the actual the balance bar there. I'm going to kind of show you what it would do at home if they're just using your own gear. So if you're going to be bouncing around at home, it's good to put something like a yoga mat out to protect your floors, depending on what you've got. Zach. You're going to jump out of the way, buddy. Okay, first thing we're going to do is, right now, because I'm strapped into my actual snowboard, my boots start to get worn in a bit. So I'm going to jump around, you're going to follow me. First thing I'm going to do is just jump off both feet. Just jumping off both feet. Do that kind of like 3 times. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to move our hips around into, it's kind of like called a nose press and a tail press. So if you watch me right now, if I was to move my hips, see there how I'm balancing over the tail of my board, the nose? There's a lot of muscles that are activating right here. This is going to be especially more challenging for you, John, as we move into the nose press. That's into your trickier leg here, right? But it's turning on a lot of muscles there. You're turning on your core, you're turning on your legs, you're even using your upper body to counterbalance. There we go, into the nose press. Now the reason I did that nose and tail press, I want you to feel what it's like to flex that forward, because the next thing we're going to do is ollie, which is very similar, where you get flexed into that board, and spring off the back of the board, spring off the tail of the board, ollie. Okay, again, we're going to do it again. Get as much flex as you can, and spring off the board. Now in real life, that happens a bit quicker. Now, for ollies, if you guys can do that, it's the more advanced way of jumping, but it's actually the more efficient way of jumping. It's the way that as you get better at snowboarding, everything you do is ollie, ollie, ollie. You get a lot more height because you're using flex of the board to get you into the air. Ready to do another ollie? Okay, let's try ollie. Nose ollie. So before I used my hips and flexed, I put my weight into the nose of the board. Now we're going to do that and jump off the nose of the board. This one's going to be trickier for you, huh? Here we go. Now, Small nollie is good. You don't need to be doing massive nollies.
Yeah, and the board does most of the work, because obviously I'm not creating a lot of pop off this front foot, but I'm just using my body weight and the board to pop off.
It's trickier for you to flex into that foot.
Yeah.
So what that means for you is you should practice that more.
Yeah, exactly.
Because your strong leg is good, right?
Yeah.
So you always want to work on your weaknesses. So if you can do nollies, but you suck at nollies, practice a lot of nollies. Nose ollies. Nose ollies. One flexing the nose. This gets you going. Man, I've done like 10 ollies. I'm already sweating. Okay. Okay, so you're going to focus on those 3 ones again. Okay, jump on 2 feet. 2 feet. Legs into the tail. Legs into the nose. Now we're going to go ollie. And now we're going to go nollie. Okay, next thing we're going to do is pull this black bar into the center. No, like the center of your mat, sorry. And we're going to jump across and over the bar. So I checked out this little gym pole here. It could be anything like a broomstick. This is legitimately a technique you would use on a snowboard. You need to do this for a lot of different moves. So I'm actually going to jump across the bar and back. Now, one example of when you do this would be like a frontside 50-50 or a backside 50-50 or any rail trick. We're learning to move that board laterally, and we're using different muscles to do that. Jumping across, jumping back. Right. Next thing we're going to do, John, is we're actually going to jump onto the balance bar. So it's going to be a 50-50. I'm doing it on a little broomstick here. You could even use just a line on the floor, like the edge of the mat. So, boom, 50-50. So this training gear that John's on is stuff that's built for this kind of stuff. That if you're interested in getting that, you get it at snowboardaddiction.com. They also have ski stuff. It's at skiaddiction.com. But you can do this at home. You don't need to have the gear. You can do it with a skateboard deck. You can do it with your snowboard. It takes a little more work to do it on a full-size board. But you know what? We're building these muscles. We're training stuff that we're actually using, and we're breaking an idea. You know, I'm getting the feel of what my boots are going to be like. I'm warming them up. I'm molding to my feet, which is awesome if you've got new gear. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to change into kind of like the board slide. Let's move the bar away a little bit. So every trick we've done so far has been lined up with our board. Now we're going to actually turn our board. So if you watch me right now, I'm going to do turn the board 90 degrees and turn the board back. There we go. Now, if you watch us really closely, look at my upper body and lower body. Upper body and lower body are actually going in different directions. So as my upper body goes one way, my lower body counterbalances the opposite. You can see John doing right there. Do it again. Okay. And this position translates into a board slide. So here we go. Board slide. Okay. Now, from the direction we're doing right now, we're actually going to do a board slide. That's a similar thing. I'm using this little broom or anything you have at home. Board slide back up forwards. And that's exactly how we do it. We counter rotate upper and lower body. We're just getting a feel of that core. This is stuff you can do any time of the year, especially after the pre-season in summer before you get on the mountain. Let's try it the opposite way. So this one would be what's called a front side board slide. And again, this would relate really well with skiing as well. We're going to get one where we'll be sliding backwards. So if I'm riding towards you guys right now, I'm now sliding backwards down the hill towards you guys. That would be called a front side board slide. Front side board slide. And if you watch real carefully, my upper and lower body are twisting against each other during this trick. Boom. Okay, we're going to finish off this workout, John, by doing all the different tricks that we just did, all in a row, and we're going to incorporate the balance bar too. All right. Okay, so in fact, I'm going to make it super hard for you. All right. Pull the balance bar into the middle. Jump up on the balance bar right now. You're going to see me do everything on the balance bar. Okay? Okay. And I'm going to do it here, make it easy. It'll be hard for you. John and I have done a bunch of this training before, and you know, he's an advanced rider, so I can make him.
And I want to ride some park tomorrow, so this is a great warm-up for me.
All right, we're going to be jamming here for about 2 minutes and we'll be sweating by the end of it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, first thing, just jumping off tubing 3 times. Rocking into the tail press and holding it for 5 seconds. Seeing how well you balance that tail press. There we go. Here comes the hard one for you. Rocking now into the nose press. Flexing that board, seeing if you can hold it for 5 seconds. There we go. Nose press is a real trick on a snowboard. It's the same as buttering, nose press. Okay, back to neutral. We're going to do the ollie. We're going to do 3 ollies. So this is going to be tricky to remain balanced. Nicely done. Nollies, 3 nollies. Jump off. Lateral jump all the way over. And backside. Okay, now 50-50. And off. Okay, going into the lip slide. 3 times. Last one. Front side, board slide, 3 times. Twisting the hard way. Twisting the broomstick. 3rd one. Twisting hard way. And regular. There we go. I'm popping. Good work. Few minutes here. Breaking the board in, getting our body used to snowboarding, skiing if that's your jam. Using your real equipment, using training equipment, using homemade gear, and building our muscles so that you can ride 100 days a year. Or if you're in quarantine and you can't do anything, something to do to keep you busy. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Pass it back over here to Hannah.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Honestly, it's so awesome of Nev to be down here from Snowboard Addiction helping us out. I hope that you guys learned something there. I definitely did. So yeah, see me on the mountain tomorrow, hitting the park. Okay, so this is your final opportunity to get on to whistlegym.com/schedule and scroll down and donate. So donate. $5 per entry. What we're going to do is for those entries is we've got quite a few people who have entered, and I want to make sure it's fair and everyone gets in there. So I'm going to give you guys another 5-10 minutes, and then on the Facebook group, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a draw on there. We're going to video a draw, and we're going to put who has won right on there because I don't want to keep you guys too long. So remember, we've got our Arc'teryx backpack, we've got our Lululemon yoga mat and towel, yeah. And we've got our 2 gym passes for here at Whistler Creek Athletic Club. Here it is. So thank you so much to our sponsors, Lululemon, we love you, Arc'teryx, and Snowboard Addiction, and the cooperators down at Nesta's. Go see David if you're like worried about getting injured and you would be interested in that policy. But thank you so much for all of you for joining. This has been absolutely awesome. Mwah. Love you guys. Love the support. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you all. Have a wonderful evening from all of us here. We love you. Okay, have a good one. Night.